I didn't know what to talk about today. So, we're just gonna convert to what I think is the most talkative thing in basketball right now. And it's the Celtics. I'm a Celtics fan. Obviously, I want to talk about the Celtics. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about the Celtics and how I think they've come out and looked. We're basically just gonna overreact to what we've seen. Now, obviously, the Celtics, if you're gonna be watching this after the game, because this is gonna come out after the game, but they just played the Timberwolves yesterday. Boy, that man Ant's on a different level. But the past two games with the Nets and obviously Timberwolves yesterday, it doesn't look as good without White on the floor. And you would be surprised that as a Celtics fan, and who I think would probably be the most important player on this team, other than like the scoring wise, like we're gonna get our scoring regardless. With if Tatum or Brown are on the floor, we're gonna get scoring regardless. Even if Porzingis, we're gonna get scoring regardless. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about our defense. Without White on the floor yesterday, when I was looking, and also against the Nets, our defense looked a little shaky. It looked like we had a lot of miscommunications against the T-Wolves yesterday, which really kind of killed us to lose that game in overtime. We had miscommunications. And even on the offense side of the ball, it didn't look like the ball was moving. It was a lot of ISO ball, which I really did. It brings me back to like 2020 when all we ran was ISO ball. 2021, all we ran was ISO ball. I don't like that with this team. And I feel like with this team that we have built, that shouldn't be the main focus. Like, we know our stars. Brown, Tatum. You could say Porzingis and Holiday. You could just say our top six. They're going to get on the board regardless. Our two best players in Brown and Tatum, they're going to score regardless. They're going to get maybe 15, 20 points. It might not be the most, but I could care how much they score on ISO plays. They're going to get good plays. They're going to have their time when they can ISO. But in that fourth quarter yesterday, it looked like that was all we were doing, and our best shots that I've seen us take was when we was moving the ball. Now, I'm not going to sit here and disregard our offense, because our offense we had some good looks that we just didn't make. There was a good shot with Al Horford in the corner. I think he missed two. There was one play I really liked. I think it was Porzingis and Tatum running a pick and roll. I forgot who was running the pick and roll, but the ball was moving. It was a pick and roll. I don't know who it was with, but I remember Tatum giving it to someone, gave it to Pritchard, one more to Hauser in the corner, and that's where our offense really builds off of. It builds off passes, and like that's what basketball really is. It's ball movement, and yeah, ball movement. That's the way you're gonna get your best shot, when you get that defense reacting and having to scramble. Once you get that defense to scramble, that's when you can really look for those ISOs. Obviously, you want to look for the mismatch, but I really thought we was doing a lot yesterday, was looking for a mismatch. I liked the idea. But when we thought Anthony Edwards was a mismatch on Jason Tatum, and Jason Tatum went one-on-one, I love Jason Tatum. Love is crazy. I like Jason Tatum as a player. He's a good offensive player. We know that. He has one of the deepest bags in the NBA. We know this. But Anthony Edwards is a great defensive player. I don't think we want to attack that. I think we'd had a better mismatch against Jrue Holiday on Mike Conley the entire game, because every time Jrue Holiday got the ball in the post, it was either he got an easy hook shot, which surprisingly he's very good at for a guard. Mind that. He's very good at that for a guard. And two, the defense collapses. When the defense collapses, it's a pass out, and that's when you get the defense scrambling. You can find an open shot off the pass. You get even a drive and kick. He's in the post, kick it out, you drive it, another drive and kick. It gets the ball moving, it gets the defense scrambling. Now, I'm not going to sit here and disregard the Timberwolves defense. They have the best defense in the league. As of today, they are the number one ranked defense in the league. So obviously, we're the number one ranked offense. Everyone's going to want to see that. And yeah, our offense didn't look, it looked a little shaky, even though we missed a couple shots. And now back to our defensive side. Again, our defensive side looked honestly the worst it's been all season. great. We've only played 6 games. We're 5-1. Our team has looked great. But these are just some things. Again, these are just some things I'm noticing with players out. Because obviously, I don't think I'd be talking about the Celtics this much and talking about their flaws this much if they didn't have somebody out in Derek White. Obviously, Derek White hasn't missed a game for injury. It's personal reasons for his baby. But Derek White is proving to be a good piece in this. If I had to put it to a tier list on who I would rather miss a game, Derek White wouldn't be one. I wouldn't want Derek White missing a game. I'd rather Derek White play over Jrue Holiday sometimes. Like if like God forbid anybody was like, if one player was hurt, I'd rather Derek White than Jrue Holiday. It sounds crazy, but the effect that Jrue Holiday had, I mean, okay, wait, Jrue Holiday is crazy. I'd rather him over Porzingis. Let me reword. I'd rather him over Porzingis. Cause there's the extra energy he brings to the team. They looked way more locked in when he was on the floor. Yeah, Porzingis can do way more than you think, but I feel like they were so much more clicked in on the perimeter defense. Like, you knew when you wanted to switch. When I saw the second group come in, and even with the first group, there was so many miscommunications on switches. There was one play, Brown and Hauser was getting set on the screen. I think Hauser was getting set on the screen, and Brown was coming up to, I think, Hedge on the left side, I think it was. And they didn't know where they wanted to switch. Brown pointed like he wanted to switch. I mean, Hauser pointed like he wanted to switch, but Brown didn't want to switch that. He wanted to stay matched up. And that allowed a free basket, free easy lane, easy lay. There was one play. Got discombobulated on defense. Everyone scrambling. They got an easy 3. First of all, Anthony Edwards is a dog. Because, mind you, we were playing bad defense. But there was some plays where we were playing great defense, and they were just hitting shots. Now, I hate that we lost the game because yesterday, honestly, the Timberwolves almost blew it because of coaching. I think that's what I also just talk about in here. The coaching in that game was honestly terrible. Terrible. He had Naz Reid. I said Naz Reid. He had Cat. Obviously, he has 4 fouls. You don't want to risk him fouling out in the third quarter. He had 4 fouls. It happened with both their players, actually. Ant was the first one. Ant started going off at the start. I think it was the start of the third quarter. He fouled, I think, midway through it, I think at the 8-minute mark, and he subbed him out after Ant scored, I think, 7 points in a row. I think he wanted an own 7-0 run, and he subbed him out because he was scared of him getting another foul. You don't sub him out there. I think you trust your player and you keep him in there, and if he fouls, then you risked it. Now, they were lucky enough to come out with a win, but that coaching really needs to, because they did the same thing with Cat. Cat, again, I think went on a he went on a run by himself. I think he scored 6 straight on Jrue Holiday, other than he picked up an offensive foul. That's what it was. He picked up an offensive foul, which got him his 5th, and they took him out, and he scored 6 in a row, not counting the offensive foul. I think the offensive foul would have made it 6 because I'm pretty sure we challenged that, if I remember. And you just don't sub out 2 of your best players when they were just going bananas. They were going off. They scored 6 in a row each. Why would we take them out? And I think that has to get talked up on the Timberwolves side. But yeah, again, just the Celtics, after looking at this loss, I'm not going to sit here and act like I thought we was going to go undefeated. I knew a loss was going to come. I didn't think we was probably going to. I thought we were going to lose, honestly, tomorrow against Philly, even though we kind of own Philly. But still, I thought we were honestly going to lose against Philly if we're still going to miss D. White and all that. Our bench really needs to step up, though. That's the one thing I will say about our flaw. That's like the one main flaw is our bench. But honestly, the bench, you just need to come in, play defense, rebound, hit a couple corner threes, and you're good. But I think that will be all. I didn't really know what I wanted to record. I guess I just talked about the Timberwolves and Celtics game all video, even though I wanted to just talk about the Celtics side. But regardless, I really just wanted to get a video out. I was bored, and I just didn't know what to record about. And that was the only game I watched last night. I didn't watch any of the game. Tomorrow we got a big slate. I'm hoping I might think of something else to record before that video. I mean, before the games tomorrow, but who knows? But I will catch y'all again, hopefully soon. If you like it, like it. If you like the channel, subscribe. Just takes a button. Just takes a press. But y'all be easy.